Hi there, I'm Mandy Lee, the host of Try This, and Try This is an educational show that is all about cannabis and cannabis products. Every Thursday, we share with you how-to videos and product reviews and much more to ultimately help you get the most value from our favorite plant. And today, we have for you 4 tips on how you can get the most value from cannabis tinctures. So let's get to it, let's dive in, and let's try this. Now, tinctures are extracted cannabinoids which are mixed into either an alcohol, glycerin, or coconut oil solution. And they're ideal for people who are using cannabis for medicinal reasons or for people who are new to cannabis as well. And there's a few reasons for this. One is that they're administered via a syringe, so you're able to easily and accurately dose yourself in really small increments because you can basically count each drop as you administer it. Also, the tinctures come in many non-psychoactive options, and they also carry little to no smell and involve no vapor or smoke. Now, the most popular and beneficial way of taking them is sublingually. So the solution is absorbed in the body through the oral mucosal. And to do this, you use a dropper and you place the cannabis solution right underneath your tongue. You hold it there for about a minute before swallowing. And then you will feel the effects typically in about 15 to 30 minutes, and they'll last you for about 3 to 4 hours. This way of administering it, the cannabinoids and the terpenes, they're absorbed through the tissue lining into your bloodstream. So this increases the bioavailability of the cannabinoids. So if this is a method that you're interested in, then here are 4 tips for you on how you can get the most value from cannabis tinctures. Now, number 1 is specific cannabinoid options. So when it comes to tinctures, many people don't realize that there are many options past the sativa, indica, and hybrid options that they're used to. Tinctures can be made with specific cannabinoids and some with different ratios of 1-to-1, 3-to-1, or 20-to-1 of a combination of cannabinoids to meet different patients' needs, because each cannabinoid is known for helping to treat different symptoms and ailments and can cause different effects. So you can find tinctures that are in THC, which is psychoactive, CBD, which is non-psychoactive, THCA and CBDA, which is the acid form of THC and CBD before it's exposed to heat. And both of these they're fairly new cannabinoids to be offered and studied. They're non-psychoactive, but there are astounding results that have been discovered with patients who are using these cannabinoids for an assortment of different reasons. Number 2 is using whole plant tinctures from flower. So here at Green Flower, we tend to favor whole plant tinctures from flower as opposed to trim. Now, the flowers are just the most cannabinoid and terpene-rich part of the plant, whereas the trim, it doesn't have as many terpenes and it mostly has the cannabinoid THC in it. So these types of tinctures, they'll give you the fullest entourage effect from cannabis and provide you with the widest range of terpenes. Now, the cannabinoids and terpenes where all of the medicinal value of the plant resides, and with some trim-only tinctures, you just lose quite a bit of the medicinal value from this lack of a rich terpene profile. So when the entourage effect is present in many of these flower-rich tinctures, what happens is you have multiple cannabinoids and terpenes that are present, and they work together to enhance the medicinal value of each of their individual properties. Now, number 3 is choosing alcohol extractions. So we also tend to favor tinctures that are made from an alcohol extraction process. Since this process, it's just the gentlest on the plant, and so it keeps the terpenes more intact. Because some extraction processes, they strip the terpenes from the cannabis, and other ones, like CO2, break apart the bonds between the cannabis and the terpenes, and then they reintroduce the terpenes. And ultimately, what we've seen is that when you keep the terpenes completely intact with the cannabis, that's when you'll see the best benefits. And the terpenes make the benefits of the cannabinoids even more effective in your system, and they carry a bunch of medicinal value themselves as well. Now, Allison Attell from Treatwell, which is a leading cannabis tincture company here in California, she said that with alcohol extraction, she's seen that with her clients and patients that they're not building up a tolerance to the cannabis. So they're able to use less cannabis to achieve the exact results that they need, which is a really big plus. Number 4 is choose products with testing and proper labels. So when you're purchasing tinctures, there are a few things that you want to make sure to look for and to favor. You want to make sure that the bottle itself says how many total milligrams of THC and other cannabinoids are also present in it, as well as how many milligrams are in each dropper. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to accurately and safely dose yourself. And then we also recommend checking the company's website before purchasing to make sure that the cannabis tincture that you're purchasing has been lab tested for things like mold and pesticides and consistency, potency, and residual solvent. Now, if you are interested in learning even more about tinctures and all the different ways that you can use them to help enhance your life and to treat different ailments and symptoms, then I highly, highly recommend that you check out our recent live class that we did with Allison Attell, who, as I mentioned, is a cannabis tinctures expert from Treatwell. This live class was chock full of so much useful information, and you can click on the link right up here, or we'll also post a link in the description as well so that you can get straight access to that. And then we'd also love to hear from you guys. Have you ever tried cannabis tinctures before? And if so, what was your experience like? And do you have any tips that you could share with the rest of our community? If you do, please let us know in the description below, so this way we can all learn and grow together as a community. And then if you like this episode, the way we know that is by giving us the thumbs up and by subscribing to our channel so that you can catch our shows every Thursday. And as always, for any of your cannabis educational needs, you can head on over to learngreenflower.com, where you can learn all about cannabis from the world's leading top experts. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next Thursday.